Hi everyone, Nick Credicos of Nick's Seasonal Decor, and this has got to be like the 5th video that we've done today. So they weren't all live. We filmed a few pre-recorded videos earlier, and you're going to quickly realize tonight that I just cannot speak for whatever reason. But tonight, as you can tell by the title of this video, we are going to do something blue. So we don't work with blue a whole lot, but blue is one of my favorite colors for winter. It's not one of my favorite colors in general, but for winter, I really enjoy it. So we're going to be working with this white birch ribbon. This is a 2.5-inch ribbon, and we've worked with this in the past, but tonight we're going to be using the wider version. We have some greenery. Dad spray painted our grapevine. Alex just wrapped up our Bodabra tutorial maybe 15 minutes ago, and now it's Bella's turn. So Bella is down here, so be sure to say hi to Bella and thank her for recording me tonight, because I know it's no easy task, and I want to make sure that they get a little recognition as well. So the first thing we're going to be doing is making our bow. So Bella, should we do a funky bow, or a traditional bow, or what kind of bow do you want to say?
I say funky.
You say funky? All right, we'll do a funky bow then. If that's what Bella says, that's what she's going to get. So as you guys come in, let us know where you're watching from. I always find it kind of fascinating to know where everybody's from. So just drop a comment. If you're new here as well, let us know. And if you are a frequent viewer that doesn't comment a whole lot, drop a comment every now and then. It just kind of lets us know that you're here and that you want to see more and more of these. So we have no plans to stop our nightly live. We go live every night between 7:30 and 9 p.m. Eastern. So we're going to, do that for the foreseeable future, which I'm really happy about. Okay. Isn't that a pretty ribbon, Bella?
I know, I like that a lot.
It looks like the actual birch trees outside, doesn't it?
It does. Hi, Nick and Bella. I hope you get a ton of stars tonight. Thank you, Jared, as he sends some stars.
Thank you, Jared. Bella, you guys know she has this competition with my dad, and every time she finishes up the live, she goes right upstairs. She shuts the door behind her, and it's usually like a routine, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
So she goes upstairs. Where do I go, Bella? I go to the back wall where I take my photographs. I put my wreath up, and as soon as she shuts the door, I hear the same thing every time she comes down here and films me. Dad, I got more stars than you. And he's like, really? And then she's like, yeah. And then I can't hear them because they walk away. But it's the same thing every night. Or every time Bella does a live, which is, 3 times a week easily?
Pretty often.
Yeah, pretty often. Bella's used to it too. And the craziest thing too, you guys, that just goes to show that anybody can do anything. Because Bella is not, how do I put this? Social. Social. She doesn't like, doing lives and stuff like that. And over the last year, I feel like she's just gotten so involved and she enjoys it, and she's kind of a natural at this point. If you guys go back and see, this is when I can make fun of you, Bella, because I was the same way. If you go back, and my dad and Alex were watching, and it makes me cringe, we're watching my very first live ever, I'd say 3-4 hours ago, and I had to cover my ears just because I couldn't hear it. My voice was so high, I was so nervous, I was stuttering, and it was bad. But if you watch some of Bella's first videos recording me, she was...
Yeah, I was nervous.
Go back, you guys, and watch those videos and listen to Bella and see how, you can just tell how nervous she really was. Because, she has grown significantly, right? Now you just do it like it's normal.
Well, they're like family now, so...
You what?
They're like family now.
They're like family now. So once you get, used to doing stuff like this, it really becomes like second nature. So, like I said, Bella doesn't, do a whole lot of stuff like this, and she, never enjoyed it. And now she has no issues with it whatsoever. So that just goes to show that, things change, you guys, and things become like second nature to all of us. So we're going to work in some tails now. Bella, should we do 2 tails or 4? I think 2 should be enough.
I like
project.
2.
I think 2 makes it look a little less clumpy and, unsightly, if you will. So we'll do 2 tails, varying lengths. I like one to be a little bit longer than the other. Now we'll take a pipe cleaner and secure it. So after this, me, Julia, Alex, Bella, you can come too, and Skylar are going to see some Christmas lights. So I'm really excited about that. We have a really cool display local to us. So maybe I'll post some pictures if that's something you guys would like to see. So drop a comment, give this video a like if you want to see some pictures of this display, because they go all out, don't they, Bella?
Yeah.
They go all out. And it's just, 2 miles away from our home. So it's really cool to go to that, and it's one of our favorite things to do each and every year.
Aw. Antoinette says, I'm so happy you're continuing lives every night. I love them and truly enjoy them. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Antoinette. Well, clearly Bella's so low.
Yeah, I'm not nervous. I stumble with my words so much.
Bella, tonight, if you were watching us earlier, I was very stumbly with my words. I don't know what it was. I couldn't speak for the life of me, but this live seems to be a little bit better. So hopefully you guys can even understand what I'm saying at this point. Because earlier, no good. No good at all. So just finishing up dovetailing those. I think we did all of them, but we always seem to miss one or two, and it looks like I missed one. There we go. Found it. All right. So if you guys don't mind spreading this video around, I would appreciate it. Our goal is to inspire as many people as possible. And when you all, support us through shares, likes, and all sorts of goody things like that, it lets us inspire, lots more people. So what do you guys think? Isn't that a pretty ribbon?
Suzanne says she would love to see the lights.
Okay, Suzanne. Maybe we'll take some Instagram stories. So definitely follow us on Instagram because I usually post all of my stories there. Yeah, we can take some pictures. Bella, you want to come?
We'll see.
We'll see. Bella's kind of tired. Bella's in her PJs, you guys. That's one lucky thing. Not like it matters to me because I wear the same 4 shirts on repeat. Rotation.
So do I, but you guys don't get to see that.
Yeah, you guys don't get to see that, so. But who cares, right? As long as you get this wonderful content, that's all that matters. So let's see if we can reach 1,000 tonight. I don't have an extra phone, but Bella should be able to let us know if we get there.
We're over 800 now, so thank you guys.
Now, so keep spreading this video around, you guys. Now what we got to do is fluff. This is such a great combination. What do you think? So I spray painted this grapevine, and I was actually going to be designing what you saw earlier. Maybe you guys missed it, but I posted a picture of a lantern swag we designed earlier, which found its new home, so I can't wait to send that out tomorrow. But I was going to actually use this grapevine for that, but this color is a little bit different than that, and I thought it was just too much of a drastic change that I didn't want to do it. So we're using it tonight. That's a pretty bow. It looks like a tree, doesn't it?
It does.
It looks like a birch tree.
Kind of looks like it has eyes.
Kind of has eyes?
It looks like eyes, like, at first.
Well, that's not what I'm going for, Bella. Maybe we'll take it out. I think once we add some pics, it'll look a little bit better, but I like that.
It looks cute.
So what we're going to do now is come back in with I think I have just the spray. So we're just going to work in this spray. One thing, I posted this in Nick's exclusive Wreath community earlier, but one thing I want my members to really get used to is kind of testing their strengths and testing, different elements through whatever they have in their shop. So as I've been saying for the last, I'd say, week and a half or so, we're dealing with some pickings. I don't have much supplies in regards to Christmas at all. We've bought in plenty, but they've all been used up by now. So one thing that I've really focused on this year too, and we've been doing this since January, is using the stock that I've already had. So we all have supplies in our shops that we don't get around to using and, either loved at one point and can't stand anymore or just can't think of a use for. That is what I'm, been focusing on this entire year. And that's something I want my members to focus on too, because one of the best ways to kind of test your strength is to use A, what you already have, or B, things that you don't, you have that you don't really like and can't think of a use for. And it's worked really well for me. All right, so let's just work in some of these. And this looks like toilet brush cleaners, doesn't it, Bella?
Sort of, yeah,
Sort
actually.
of. They're very, very, they're kind of like a brush. I don't know how to describe them, but they're really cool. And we only have 2 left, so we're going to try to distribute these as evenly as possible. That way we don't have too much on one side and not enough on the other. It's totally okay, you guys, if you don't have enough of a product to create the design that you kind of envision. But if you really want to use that product in, make sure you disperse it to the best of your ability. So if you only have one spray like we have here, be very cautious that you're not placing it all on one side and not enough on the other side because it just won't look right. So we have one final piece, and that's got to go obviously on my right, your left. So we got to place it back here. Just going to place it there. We can give our bow a quick little fluff at this point. I mean, it's looking pretty good so far. What do you guys think? Isn't that a pretty ribbon?
I love that ribbon.
Oh, now you do. 2 minutes
I liked
ago,
it before, too.
2 minutes ago looked like eyes to you. See, ribbon doesn't look like eyes to me, but certain flowers do. I'm very picky when it comes to certain flowers, or placements, rather. Not the particular flower, but the placements for them. So my next question, Bella, should we add some of this eucalyptus? Or should we just work in some of that fake snow? I think some of this wouldn't look too bad.
I think, yeah, both of them would look good.
I think both would look good, too. So we're just going to cut off a few pieces of this. This I've actually been saving since, the middle of summer. I didn't love it, if we're going to be honest. I purchased some in-store at Michael's, and it turned out great. But the ones that I ordered online, as you can see, they look a little floppy to me, and I don't love that look. But we're going to make them work tonight, because I don't want to waste anything this year. Right? Zero waste, Bella.
Exactly. Amy has a question. Where did you get the white birch ribbon?
That came from Michael's as well, so it looks like we're using pretty much exclusive. Well, no, the first thing we have was from Hobby Lobby, but everything else you can pick up from Michael's. Working some of these sprays now. I'm not thinking I want to come back into the bow at all. I think we just want to keep the bow kind of what it looks like right now. And any of these pieces too, when I have it hanging up on my wreath, they'll all kind of go with gravity, so it'll look a lot less awkward. I like things to have a certain flow to them, so that's why when I place these, I'm kind of keeping that in mind. But since they're not wired on the top, they'll kind of fall whichever way, you know, looks natural, as you know, if that makes sense, sort of.
Nick, do you know what color blue you used for the grapevine?
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't. So Dad painted this, but it's kind of like a navy blue. It's kind of dark, isn't it? That's why it didn't work for what I wanted to do with it before. There goes those flowers. Let me pop these off. Actually, we can just use the tips. Look at that. I didn't even think of that. Maybe we'll just waste everything else, which is kind of wasteful. But that's what I did with something I designed last week. I just popped off the tops and used those and didn't really use anything else because it just looks kind of funky, if you will. So we'll just snip them off a little bit shorter. We can save these for something else if we really wanted to. But another thing I wanted to tell you guys too is whenever you use things like this, be sure when you're cutting your stems in half, certain stems you can't. So for instance, if we use this, look what would happen if we slit up the stems. See how they all just fall right off? So make sure that if you're cutting your stems in half, that all of these individual leaves are secured. So we're going to just pop these off and use them like this. Place one there. This one will snip off and work in a little bit. No, that one looks okay. Take another one. I'm going to place this one up top as well. What do you guys think so far? Let us know.
They love the ribbon.
They love the ribbon too. I love that ribbon. So we're going to work in, I think we have a couple more pieces. So I'm just going to snip the tops off. We don't need the entire length of the stem.
How did you get all the debris out of the wreath?
So Dad shakes these things like crazy outside. So he just sits there and whacks the reeds against each other and whacks them against the driveway too. And that usually clears them up. If there's some leaves left over, we don't get too concerned about it. It's a natural product. You know, you're going to have some debris falling off. So don't worry too much about that. Just try to shake off as much loose stuff as possible.
Carolyn says, "Hey, Nick and Bella from Chicago. How's Yaya? Still praying for her full and speedy recovery."
Oh, well, thank you,
Thank
Carolyn.
you.
She's A-okay. Yeah, she's doing really well. Thank you for asking.
Another question I see people are asking, how many spray cans did you use on the wreath?
Great question, and only one. It doesn't even take a full spray can. You can cover, 2 to 3 wreaths per can, so you definitely get a lot of use out of it. So, yeah, it doesn't take more than 1 can. Definitely no. Just, I'd say maybe a third of a can, depending on the spray paint. Some spray paint comes out, really fast, and sometimes it seems like the cans aren't as full as they should be. But this can, we covered 2 so far. I think we covered 1 before with this can, so easily 3 wreaths. Some you can squeeze by, 2 wreaths. But for the price, $3.50, $4, doesn't it make a huge statement? And hands up right now, you guys, if you enjoy spray painted grapevines. I certainly do. I think they add a nice texture, nice color contrast, and makes things like everything looks like it's meant to be where it is. Right, Bella?
Exactly.
Exactly. All right, you guys, that's what it looks like with a little bit of that eucalyptus. Our final element, and then we are done. So this is kind of a short live, but our final element are going to be some of these, and I definitely picked these up from Trendy Tree a while back. And I have 2 different versions of these, and I pulled these off my shelves thinking I can't use these because they're like the real kind that have been like flocked, which kind of are brittle and break apart. But these are all plastic, so it makes it very easy to manipulate. You can bend them to shape, and I like them. So we're going to work in some of these. And I think these are just going to add kind of a woodsy feel to it. This whole wreath is very woodsy and natural themed. Work in some big pieces, some small pieces. We'll just snip them short, keep some long, bend them to shape. Take this piece and work it in as well. So let us know what you guys did today. I'm kind of fascinated because you guys seem to live such, crazy busy lives. And here we are, just filming nonstop every day. So let us know if you guys did anything exciting or anything, super fun. What did you do today, Bella? Did you have any eventful things happen today?
Nope, I just went to work.
Just went to work. Me too, Bella. So we're going to take another piece right here, and I'm going to place it up top. That way we don't have kind of a drop off. What do you think? You like those twiggy bits in it?
Yeah, I like them a lot.
What do you guys think? I like them too. And it's not going to take too much. Maybe 1 spray, half a spray. let me stand up and work in a few more. Take this piece and place down below. And let's break down one more spray. Not the entire thing. We don't need the entire thing. Just snip them off.
December napped a lot today.
What?
December says they've napped a lot today.
I know. I wish. I can't wait to take a nap. After the Christmas lights.
Where does Bella work? I work at a machine shop, Rachel. We make parts for steam and gas turbines.
Isn't that cool, you guys? Look at Bella being super successful at 19. So give her a round of applause.
Thank you, Nick.
So Bella will be 20 when we go to Wreath Makers Live. So maybe, Bella, if you can get work off and if things kind of work in our favor and everything is good by then, we can go. You can come.
I would love to come. That'd be awesome.
Come to Wreath Makers Live?
Yeah, that'd be
How many
awesome.
of you guys are planning on going or thinking about going or have no idea what I'm talking about? But there's a show that we do in, it's going to be in Dallas, Fort Worth area this year. And I'm excited for it. I love Wreath Makers Live. We always have so much fun there. So there's our final little twiggy bit. And we are almost done. I just want to cut one more piece of this off and work it in, and then we're done. So I'm going to take our final little piece of eucalyptus, place on this side. For the tails, we can dovetail those afterwards once they're on the wreath, but I don't want to keep our friends waiting too long for us to see the Christmas lights. So fluff, fluff, fluff. And look at that. What do you think?
I like it.
So I probably can tweak this a little bit, which I'll do before I post pictures. But this design will be listed in my Etsy shop as well. We only have a select few of designs available. So if something does catch your eye, I recommend snagging it before it does sell. But I want to thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you for tuning in each and every night between
7:30, 7 and 9 p.m.
No.
Eastern. 7:30 and 9 p.m. Eastern.
7:30 and 9 p.m. Bella forgets it every day. Alex remembered earlier, but you know, Bella seems to, well, get into the rhythm of it, Bella. You'll finally get it. But also be sure to follow us on all social media. We have Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Pinterest, all sorts of, you know, pages. And we're going to be posting some Instagram stories tonight of the light. So definitely tune in for that. And also, if you guys don't mind, you know, giving some love to this video, I would appreciate that as well. So thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. And we will see you all tomorrow night between, Bella,
7:30 and 9 p.m.
there
Eastern.
you go. If you didn't get that, I don't have much faith for you. But love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.